Hey Flosstube, this is Kimberly Ann, and I'm back with video number 18. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate all of y'all. This is my channel that I talk about mostly cross stitch. Every once in a while I throw in a little bit of life stuff and some other crafts that I do, but mainly the goal here is to share my cross stitch projects, plans, goals, haul, all those sorts of things. It's been about, I think, 2.5 weeks since I've done a video. I know I said I was going to do one sooner than that. The beginning of July we moved, and it's just been crazy ever since. So yeah, I figured I'd squeeze this one in tonight. It is actually August the 5th, about 10:30 at night here. So you'll probably see this tomorrow on the 6th. I figured I'd squeeze it in while I have a chance, because for the next couple of days I'll be making cookies, the fancy decorated cookies for a gender reveal party, and then I have the party on Saturday. So yeah, while I had the time tonight and I wasn't really busy, I figured I'd go ahead and do this instead of stitching for a little bit. Over the last 2.5 weeks, I worked on a few projects, but I got a good bit of progress and I got a couple of finishes. I got a little bit of haul in, and that's about it. Like, it's been crazy busy. Let me give you a little bit of life updates. I don't remember if I said last video, but we have 2 new babies that'll be brought to our family soon, both in the winter. My oldest son and my daughter-in-law have our youngest grandchild right now. They are having, that's Aubrey. Y'all see her on my Instagram all the time. They are having another baby. They're actually due December 29th. They'll be induced on December 22nd, and they should be home Christmas Eve night. And Victoria actually went to the doctor today and did the ultrasound for the gender, and none of us know what it is. She had one of my kids' best friends go meet him at the doctor's office, and he got the sealed envelope, so he will be getting everything ready for the party, because last time her mom and I both knew what the gender was before everybody else did, so we could do the party. But this time her and my son wanted us to be surprised too, so none of us know. So we're doing a little, not a big fancy party, but you know, we're gonna have little cookies and some snacks and cake and some food, and we're doing that Saturday, so we'll find out the gender on Saturday. And then I will make grandbaby number 5 for us. And then my sister's youngest of her 3 daughters is due with the baby on February 28th, I think. And her birthday is actually February 27th, and my parents' 51st anniversary will be February 28th. So hopefully she has the baby one of those 2 days. That will be awesome. So, and she does not know yet what she's having. She was pregnant with twins, but they lost one, unfortunately, about 2 weeks ago. So, but the other baby's doing fine. And she was pregnant with twins at the beginning of the year and got in a motorcycle accident with her boyfriend and didn't realize that she was pregnant and got in a motorcycle accident, and she lost the twins. So hopefully everything goes well from here on out. She's been doing really good. She's been being extra careful, so we should have 2 new babies around Christmas time, and I'm so excited because I love babies. Other than that, we've just been busy, like getting house ready and unpacking. We still have a few things over at the kids' house where we're staying before we're here. We got to move our shed over, so we still have stuff stacked in the living room. I mean, it's all packed up and it's been sorted through. It's just things that need to go into the shed, so we need to move the shed over here. Hopefully we can do that this weekend. And then other than that, that is all the life stuff. Nothing really exciting happening around here. Hadn't really done a lot of shopping. I got some stuff, but I didn't do a lot of shopping. Haven't really had much time to stitch. Yeah, So I have some stuff to show you, not a lot, so stick with me just a little bit and I'll get into it. So since I talked to you last, that was July 17th for video number 17. That's crazy, huh? 17th on the 17th. So anyway, I have stitched on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 projects. 3 of them are finishes. They're small, but they're still finishes. So the first one is a freebie from Lindy Stitches. When you do an order with her, she always sticks a cute little card in there, and it's called Turtlely Lovable. And it's just this cute little turtle. Oh, there you go. And I did not use the called for colors. I just grabbed a few. I was working on something else and just grabbed some of the colors that I was using and whooped this up in the middle of it. But I'm going to probably make a little scissor fob out of this. But I do want to do a couple of more and maybe make like a necklace or something for my granddaughters because they all love turtles. So that's one finish. This one is by Priscilla and Chelsea of Stitching with the Housewives. It was a freebie and it's called Blessed. And both of these, this one and the turtle, whoop, I can't hold on to anything today, y'all. When I was washing dishes, I dropped half the dishes in the sink. So both of these are stitched on fabric scraps that I had left over of fabric I had dyed sometime last year that I used for other projects. But this one is the same way. I did not use called for colors. I'm trying to stash bust. I have so many fabrics that I mean, not fabrics. I have so many skeins of floss that only have a little bit left on them, so I've been trying to get rid of those when I do tiny projects. So a lot of the things, I might use some called for and then some not, but those did not have called for colors. And then the third thing was the free stitch along that Stephanie at Lindy Stitches had. It was a 3-part stitch along and it's called Onward Noble Steed. I know I'm late. I did not start with everybody else, but I started and finished this one last week within, I think, 2 days. But it's so cute. I know there was a little bit of controversy over the alligator and the little girl. I did not know the horrible history about that, and I was very shocked. I have mixed grandchildren and a black son-in-law, and I asked my daughter and his mother, and none of them had heard of it, and we researched it, and we were just all shocked. So this will be going to my, as of now, the middle granddaughter. It will be going to Elliot Liv, aka Ellie. She is our fantasy storyteller. She makes up these extravagant fairy tales, and they're super in-depth, and she can recite every detail 100 times in one day to 100 different people, and it will never change. She makes up songs and stuff. So what I'm going to tell her, we have already explained to her about the history. She is 4, but she is probably functions on about a 15-year-old brain. She is very, very advanced for her age. So yes, she knows the history. So what I have decided, Gigi is going, I'm Gigi, they call me Gigi. So I'm going to tell her, she is my Princess Ellie, because that's what we call her, Princess Ellie. She likes to be a princess. So Princess Ellie has tamed the horrible alligator into a noble steed, and he is a fiery dragon. And that he is now her prized possession because she has tamed him and made him a majestic beast. So this will be for Ellie. I don't know if I'm going to put it in a frame or if I want to make her a bed pillow. I'm probably going to ask my daughter which she thinks will be best. I'm sure probably framing it will be best because that way it don't get dirty so often. But I guess we can ask Ellie and see. I don't know. But with Ellie's adorable little imaginative self with her stories, I figured that would be perfect for her because then she could just build off of that story and keep going. And I know she'll just love it. She loves all kinds of handmade stuff. She likes to make stuff too, so. Okay, the next thing I worked on is Lila's Studio. And y'all forgive me because my brain is like fried. I have not been sleeping. And I don't have my glasses on because I have a headache. Let's see, Lila's Studio Serena. My favorite mermaid pattern. I worked on this, I think, for 1 or 2 evenings, just for like an hour at a time. And the last time you seen it, I think I had to here done. So I did all of this. And she is coming out so pretty, y'all. I just absolutely, I cannot see. I'm in a bad position. I can't see anything. I absolutely love her. I have not done her back stitching or her features, but even still, I mean, you can still see the shadow in her arm and under her neck and under her belly, and it is gorgeous. It really is. I cannot wait to get this one finished. But Halloween is creeping up on me, and I had to put stuff down to start back on my Halloween quicker, because my goal when I started that, I think in January or February, was it had to be done by the end of August so I could display it from August to November. So I have got to get on that, and I just started back on it, I think yesterday, so either yesterday or the day before. So that was Serena by Lila's Studio. And I have quite a few of her patterns. I absolutely love her designs. You can check her out on Etsy or her website. And then, let's see, I worked a little bit more. I think I only got a couple more words done and a few more. I got a few more of these things, and then I think I was at black, so I did all dressed in, and then a couple of more of the what do you call it, border down here. But this one is going to my oldest granddaughter, Millie, for her birthday. She wants a pillow. And I know I've told y'all about it looking just like her. I showed my best friend, they call my best friend Aunt Tracy. And I showed it to quote Aunt Tracy the other day. And I said, tell me if you don't think this girl looks like Millie when Millie was younger, with that wild hair she used to have every morning. And she would tell me, Gigi, don't worry about it. And Tracy was like, oh my gosh, yes. She's like, that is perfect. I said, well, good. That's one of Millie's birthday presents. I said, and she already told me she wants me to make a bed pillow out of it. And she's like, that is perfect. She said, because I see Millie in that. So I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that sees Millie in that one, because y'all, I wish I can't find them. If I had the picture to show you that it reminds me of, I would definitely show you, because it is so funny. She used to wake up when she's about 3 or 4, and she has really thick, tight curls, but her hair is super thick. So she'd wake up sometimes and she'd have a ponytail, but her hair would be like, just like this all the way around. And she'd be like, Gigi, don't worry about it. I'm going to wear it like this. I'm like, okay, whatever. So if I ever find that picture, I will put it on my Instagram, because there's one picture that when I saw that pattern, I just knew it had to be her. Okay, so the next thing I worked on was my Halloween quicker. So I have it on the frame still. This is my frame I got from Lindy. From Stephanie at Lindy Stitches. Y'all, I absolutely love this frame. I probably will buy another one. So I'm trying to get it where I can show y'all. Okay, so the last time you seen it, I had all the purple done, and then this cat, and I think I had just started on the top of this cat. So I finished all of the 3 of the cats. All of this, well, whoops, there's my needle. All of this that I have done, this, and then this is down on the, like the halfway mark is like right here. So this is starting on the bottom set of pages, and I already have a couple of pieces that's down. So I'm about, I would say 5/8 of the way. I'm not gonna say 3/4, probably 5/8 of the way done with that one. So I'm really going to be busting tail on that one after this weekend. And I know I'm the worst. I'm always showing y'all stuff that's still in the frame, but if it's something I'm going to be working on every night, you know, even if it's 10 minutes and it's already in my lap stand, I don't like to take them out, because once I'm short And once I find a comfortable place, because I have short arms, so like even with this, with my case creation stand or my case creation lamp frame, if I use a bigger hoop, like I can't reach, so I'm like awkward reaching, and sometimes I gotta sew like this. So when I get them positioned where I am comfortable, I don't like to move them unless I have to have the frame for something else right away. So this is the next thing I worked on. This is Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches. Whoops. Yeah, I'm washing out the color. Okay, so I had just part of this done, the flower pot. So I finished all of this in the bottom of the flower pot, so the whole entire flower pot is done now. And that's all I've got done on that one in the last 2 weeks, which is a lot. Well, yeah. I don't even know. I might not have even had the pot started when I showed you last time. It might have just been up here. But I know I did a bunch in 2 weeks. I've done a bunch. I worked on this one quite a few days. So that is all the stitching I have. It's a lot, but it's not a lot of projects. So now let me get into my haul. The first thing I have, I don't have the pattern because it didn't come out yet, but Tempting Tangles is doing a stitch along called Enjoy the Sunshine. This will be my very first Tempting Tangles stitch along, and it will be my very first time using silks ever, and I am super excited. So I bought the called for fabric, which is whoops, let me see if I get it's washing out. It's a lemon by Be Stitch Me, Brandy. And then Dinky Dye Silks and all the call for colors. I just went ahead and bought the floss pack. And it is gorgeous, y'all. I wish I could get it to come to show true to color, because this is going to be so pretty together. It really is. That's pretty close. So I'm excited to see what the stitch along is. I'm going to try to keep up to date on it. I think they come out like once a week for quite a few weeks. If I get behind, it'll be fine, but I'm going to try to keep up to date on this one because I hate when I get behind. I said I wasn't doing any more stitch alongs, but I am. You know how that is. Then the next thing I got is my Fabric of the Month from Fortnite Fabrics. I do both the neutral and the colorful pattern. And these are both, I think I did 18 count Ada. So this one is called Larkspur and this one is Fairy Ring. So I have both of those. And then Becky from Getting Stitchy With It, Becky Crafty Mama on Instagram, she is always telling me, oh, you need to try Brandy's fabric. You need to try Brandy's fabric. Well, I ordered one piece and I have ordered a couple of times since, and I'll probably be ordering more, even though I can dye my own fabric. It's just really gorgeous colors. So I don't know if I showed you this last time or not because I don't remember when this came in. But I have Dirty Chalkboard. And I also have Evil Queen. This is really pretty. I'm going to put something for Halloween on it. I don't know what yet, but when I saw it, I instantly thought of a Halloween color. So, the next thing I have, oops, I buried my phone. The next thing I have is some fabric I ordered. It's Fabric Flare Ada that I ordered from Fat Quarter Shop. And I ordered it to go with this pattern. This is called Star Spangled Banner. And I'm pretty sure the name of the company, the design company, is Willow's Hill Stitchery. And it's the entire Star Spangled Banner. And then it has this little city down here. Whoops, can't show my finger. Down here's a little city that has a fireworks display going off, like on the 4th of July. I guess it's like the rockets red flare. So my husband likes patriotic stuff, so I'm doing that for him, but I don't know when I'll start it. And he doesn't know I got it, so it's not a big deal if I don't start it right away. But this is the fabric I bought for it. I think that is going to look wonderful since it's 99% script. I figured this would be really pretty. And then the last piece of haul that I got, I did order more, but a lot of it hasn't come in yet. I saw this, I think, I want to say Carla Rolodex Stitches is the one that shared it, that she was stitching it, but I'm not sure. But somebody did on my Instagram feed, but I've been so busy I can't keep up and I forgot to write it down. But it's Harvest Time by Ori TM. And I had to search for a while to find this. I found it at some shop I've never heard of before. Reasonably priced. I ordered it like 11 o'clock at night and they shipped the very next morning, and I had it I think a day or two later. It was really quick. And the shipping was like $2. It was cheap. But I actually went and searched on Google for Ori TM's patterns, and whoever they are, they have gorgeous, gorgeous work. So I will probably end up with a couple of more. But I don't know when or what. I just know I've seen a lot that I like. So that is all of my stitching and haul. I do have a few plans. So my best friend, I moved to a city that's, I guess you would say, a town over from my mom and dad and my kids and my nieces and nephew and my sister. I moved a town over, but it's like on the north side of the interstate, so we're a good ways away, like 25, 30 miles away. Well, I don't know, maybe 20 miles away. But anyway, it's a good little ride. So I don't see them like all the time like I did before, but the one thing good is I have a lot of friends that live in the neighborhood that I did move into, and my best friend actually lives not even 2 minutes away, so I've been seeing her regular. And yesterday she was over here. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. She was over here and she's flipping through. In my top of my cart I have this basket, and it's projects that I have kitted up with no plans of when I'm going to start. I'm just like, oh, well, let me kit up a bunch, and then when I get in the mood to start a new thing, I can just look and see what I have and go from there. So, of course, she has a weenie dog that she's had. He is 1 year older than my oldest granddaughter. So on October 25th, he will be 12, and my granddaughter will be 11. So she was digging through, and she happened to find my Plymouth Street samplers that I have kitted up. And she found a yellow polka dot big weenie. And she looked at it, she's like, oh, this is cute. And she didn't even realize the weenie dog's in here. She didn't realize it. So I said, Tracy, you like that? And she's like, yeah, it's cute. I said, oh, did you not see the cute little weenie dogs in the bathing suits, the bikinis over here and the swim trunks over here? She's like, no. And she looked and she's like, oh my gosh, those are so cute, blah, blah, blah. So then I started telling her about all the other weenie dog patterns that Paulette has. Well, she was flipping out. So eventually I'm going to have to teach her how to cross stitch, or I'm going to be really busy. So I think one of my next starts will be that one. I don't know when I'll get it done, but eventually it will go for her. I mean, I bought it for me, but I'm probably going to give it to her. Her birthday's in April, so maybe I'll have it done for her birthday, and that'll be a nice surprise. I also have Map of Hawkrun Hollow kitted up now. I said I wanted to get one of my other large projects done before I start that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. And then I also have from Peppermint Purple, the black, what is it called? Black Work USA map. I have that one, and it's freaking huge on I couldn't get 18 count Ada, the color I needed, so it's on 14 count, so it's like 2.5 foot by 3 foot. It's huge. I've never done black work before, so I'm gonna have to try to figure that out, but I want to start that. I have that kitted up now, so that's 2 projects I'm going to work on. And then another goal is I have to finish this. This was for my niece, and I got behind on it, and I just haven't caught up. I haven't been in the mood, but now that Halloween's getting so close, I'm like, oh, I got to get this done. So this is Stitchonomy's 2019 Stitch Along. I have one finished because I did one for me, and then I started one for her. So I want to get this finished for her. So that will be worked on here and there. I think I have 12 more pieces left to do on it. And then Ex-Girlfriend by Stephanie at Lindy Stitches. I want to try to get that done for Halloween. I don't know if I will, but I'm going to put in good effort. And then my main goal is to finish the skirt on Mary Needleworker. I want to finish the skirt by the end of the month, and I want to have Halloween Quaker completely finished by the end of the month. And I need to have all of my Halloween stuff that I stitched last year, I want to have it fully finished by the end of August. So that is my goals. I don't know how well they're going to go, but that's what they are. We shall see. Because our life right now is kind of crazy. I've been in a mood like I've not been able to sleep. Last night I literally got into bed at like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I was still wide awake at 3:30. And at 8 o'clock my clock went off, and I was just like, do I have to get up? But I did. But my sleeping schedule screwed up, so then during the day around 2 o'clock I'm just like, I can't hardly hold my eyes open. But I know if I take a nap, then it's going to be 4:30, 5 o'clock before I fall asleep. So I'm going to be stitching pretty much late tonight. I probably won't even go get into bed till around 3. My husband told me just to try to stay up all night and then do what I got to do tomorrow, and then try to go to bed like early and see if that resets my schedule, because he doesn't like me taking sleeping medicine. I try not to take any kind of medicines over the counter, so he wants me to try that, so we'll see how it goes. I'm already sleepy, but I'm not sleepy enough to go get in the bed. And we got a lot of stuff going on right now, so it's like when I get in the bed, then I'm like, what are we gonna do about this? And oh no, we gotta worry about that. So things have just been really crazy. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's crazy. So I don't know. I might get a lot of stitching done tonight. I'm gonna try to stay up as late as I can, and then still get up at 8 and see if that resets my schedule. I have to start on those cookies tomorrow. I may even try to go for a walk and to get in the pool and see if that'll wear me out. You know, like you do a toddler, go let them play buck wild for a few hours and then it just knocks them out. Maybe that'll work for me. I don't know. So yeah, no exciting life stuff. Gave y'all my plans. I showed you my haul. I showed you my little bit of whips I worked on. I showed you my finishes. So instead of just rambling on, I'm going to let y'all go. It's getting late and I want to try to get this video uploaded. So until next time, I will keep everybody in my prayers. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Y'all stay healthy, stay happy, get a lot of stitching in when you can. Grab some haul if you can. Support your local needlework shop. If you're like me and you don't have one, find one online that you love and shop from them. Or once a week or once every 2 weeks when you have a little bit of money, pick a different one that you've never shopped from before and see how you like it and give them a little bit of business. We got to keep these people in business or they're going to end up closing down. There's a lot of shops closing down. So I will let y'all go. Peace out, everybody.